Hey guys, today we have another champion guide. Thanks for joining me, talking a little bit of Raid, one of my favorite rare champions in the game. Congratulations if you have her. It is SOULBOند BOWYER. Shout out to AF Bear putting in a few requests for SOULBOند along with other champions. I have done a Gorgorab guide already, but I have not, I don't think, done Luke in the Steadfast. I have my checklist that I have to go through now with over 200 champion guides here on the channel. Anyway, guys, who is SOULBOند BOWYER? Why do I love her so much? Well, she's a barbarian. She's a Spirit Affinity rare champion, and in a lot of ways she's a combination between like an uber control champion because of an AoE with a stun set potential on the A1 and kind of a miniature cold heart as well. We're talking damage and full turn meter manipulation. So again, she's a Spirit Affinity barbarian rare attack based champion, aesthetically pretty dang cool champion. She's got like a cool aesthetic about her as well, especially for a rare champion. Some of these, I mean, not to be too judgmental, but sometimes I can feel like they can phone them in a little bit on the rares and uncommons and commons, like the lower that you go in rarity. But she actually does look pretty cool. On the A1, as I mentioned, Ancestral Guidance, an AoE attack with an additional 25% of inflicting a critical hit. Now, this additional 25% is active on every ability. So we only need to build this champion with a 75% crit rate, which is really, really nice. It's easier to get her into crit damage on the gauntlets because of that reason. On the A2, Infused Arrow attacks one enemy, has an additional 25% again, and ignores 75% of target defense. That's a lot of defense ignoring from a single target ability, especially from a rare champion. She can hit very hard with that ability. It makes her a viable arena champion as well. On the A3, SOULBOند Shot, unfortunately 9 levels, but it is worth booking, right? Of course I say that, right? So a lot of rare books, you know, the good news is they are rare books, but if you're anything like me, sometimes it's hard to get your hands on rare books than it is like epic skill tomes. At least that's how I operate generally on my account. Maybe it's because I generally invest in more epic champions than rares anyway, right? So anyway, attacks one enemy, has a 100% chance when booked of fully depleting, the target's turn meter. Again, very strong ability there on a 4-turn cooldown when booked. Crit rate in all battles by 12%. So that means you can bring her down all the way to a 63% crit rate if you run her as an aura lead as well, right? So really giving you a lot of flexibility to get her into those crit damage on the gauntlets there. We have base attack is not bad. Base HP is pretty bad. 13k isn't that great, but it is kind of status quo for a rare. 870, she's pretty squishy as well, and speed is about average at 96. Let's go ahead and see how I built this champion. A hybrid build for you guys today. This is a build that you can use both in the arena and as a control champion against waves and secret rooms, areas like that, or against bosses. So it's kind of an all-in-one, but it's not going to excel at damage, okay? It's going to be very good, but it's not going to excel. But we'll talk about the differences that you can make in terms of mastery selections if you want to build her as an all-out DPS. So here's the build. So, of course, that's right. We have her in a stun set here today, guys. 18% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn. That makes her one of the best stunners inside the game in terms of a stun set, right? Because of that A1, she does have that AoE attack, right? So you add that to her A3 where we can 100% remove turn meter from the enemy. You put those skills combined, she has great utility as a control champion in the game. One of the best rares, if not the best rare, when it comes to control in a stun set. More on that in a moment with the masteries, but let's go through the total stats here. So she's still pretty squishy, 33k, 2200 on the HP and the defense. Her attack, we want to build some attack because we want some damage out of this champion as well. But as always, especially if you're using her just to stun in secret rooms and areas like that, it doesn't matter. Don't stress yourself out with crit rate on this champion. Just make sure that you build her that she can take a hit and stay alive. First and foremost, that way she can stay alive to land those stuns. Remember that stuns from a stun set does not require any accuracy either. So worst case scenario, build her with survivability and allow her to execute those stuns on the A1 when you have her in that stun set, okay? We do want accuracy on this champion though because of that A3 ability, 100% turn meter depletion. And then the crit rate, as you mentioned, we can build that to 75%. Anything above and beyond, that is not going to add any benefit to this kit. And of course, crit damage is nice. Speed is nice. This is a, very general build here. We have accuracy on the banner. We have defense on the amulet. you know what, guys? I want some crit damage. I mean, I have her in the crit damage on the gauntlets anyway. So let's go ahead. I checked everything about her kit in preparation for today's video, except for the accessories. I just assumed they were where I needed them. So I'm going to go in here and actually go to priority stats, and I'm going to prioritize accuracy with crit damage. So this is the best piece that I have, and it's very good. It picks up 37 accuracy. Man, that is a very good amulet there. So that's going to put us over the top in terms of what we need for accuracy on this champion. That's beautiful, right? Now, of course, accuracy, we can scale up as high as we want to when it comes to the arena, because my little rule of thumb is the required accuracy for arena is nothing is too high. Nothing is too high for arena, right? So with that said, we do have attack on the ring. Nothing wrong with going survivability. We already spoke about that as well with HP or defense. We have speed on the boots. We have attack percentage on the chest. Again, you can go defense or HP percentage on the chest as well. We have crit damage on the gauntlets. We do have her awakened, and I went with Phantom Touch for more damage. A chance of inflicting bonus damage to one enemy whenever the champion hits enemy targets, right? So that's going to be helpful. Getting an additional hit against like Fire Knight if you want to use her in that fashion in a team like that, because even though she only has a single hit on the A1, you can use her for Fire Knight progression against waves with the stun set, and then when you get to that Fire Knight, you can deplete full turn meter on the A3. She's still not bad, even though that's not the area where she shines the most. So for masteries on this champion, we put her in the control build, right? We put her on the defense in the offensive tree. I'll move over here so you guys can see everything. Basically, it's pretty simple. Nothing wrong with going support and defense as well, but I really want to go defense in a stun set because I want to end off with Fearsome Presence, extra 5% chance from that A1 and all of her abilities for that matter. To land that stun brings up to a 23% chance. It doesn't sound like much, but it is a big difference when you want to ensure you're getting a stun every single time on your entire team for endgame content. She's one of the best endgame champions, and when I say endgame, I'm talking about all of those rare only, spirit only secret rooms in Doom Tower hard, right? And there's also some secret rooms you can use with her in some rotations on Doom Tower normal, right? So she's just one of the better champions for that really challenging endgame content. Now, as always, when we have Fearsome Presence, we want to also pick up Harvest Despair. 60% chance of placing a leech when we're placing those stuns from the artifact set gives us a great shot at placing the leech on top of it, getting some heals as well from this champion, kind of generated from that leech vis-a-vis the A1 and the rest of her abilities. And then lastly, we do want to have Retribution, right? 50% chance to counterattack when this champion loses 25% of their max HP from one enemy skill, which is great because it's going to happen a lot in those secret rooms. And then you get another chance of stunning on that AoE with the counterattack on the A1. Nothing wrong with going with Deterrence over Cycle of Revenge as well for another chance at counterattacking. So those are the masteries, guys. If I went support tree, I would just go with the accuracy, right? All the way down to Swarm Smiter. I would probably go with Evil Eye, and then I would go probably Spirit Haste, Lore of Steel, or Cycle of Magic down to Spirit Haste for this champion. All right, guys, let's go ahead and take her into battle. But before that, guys, a real quick look at her multipliers. You have a 2.1 on the A1, not too bad on an AoE. We have a 4 godlike rating on the A2. That's really good considering 75% ignore defense. And then we have a 6 on the A3. Again, very good multipliers. Now, if we were going to build her to be a nuker, we would come down and use these masteries, right? All out damage, no control. We want to end with Helm Smasher and put her in that lethal or that savage gear, okay? Let's go ahead and take a look at the arena. But before we do some arena kind of live in this video, I want to show you an old Soulbond video because we don't have the rotation going on right now to show you guys her in Doom Tower. But this is her right here. This is me in the background about a year and a half ago. How do I look? A little older? Maybe a little bit tanner? I don't know. But you can see her, the star of the show, right here, right? And look at all of those stuns, right? She's on a team in a secret room in Doom Tower. Everybody's in a stun set. And this is how you use this champion in the end game, right? Just all out stunnage to blow through those secret rooms in Doom Tower hard. That is For me, that's the best area to use Soulbound Bowyer. That can be, again, Doom Tower floors. It can be, you know, so much utility, secret rooms, or just any wave content. And this is her. And the beautiful thing is if everybody's stunned, she can be your DPS. You can come with that A2, pop somebody off in one shot. Or if everybody's stunned except for one champion on the opposing team, you can use the A3 to come in there and manipulate turn meter. Let's see what I go with here. She's going to be up next. And here it is. I'm going to go A1. Or no, I'm going to go A3. And I'm going to target one of these two champions who's not stunned right now. So look at that. 100% turn meter depletion right there, right? So not too shabby, right? This is where I love using this champion. There's one rotation that is like rare, spirit only, then it's rare only. So she can shine in all of those rare only kind of end game secret room content, guys. Beyond that, right? We can also use this champion, pulling up Hell Hades again. We talked about the multipliers, but they grade her out. You can use her in Dark Fae, in Scarab King, in Frost Spider, Celestial Griffin, in any of the dungeons. They give her a 3.5 overall. Man, a lot of damage, a lot of crowd control. So great legendary turn meter control as well. I might give her a little bit higher. I would put her, I think I mentioned, to top 10, maybe top 5 rare inside the game. So you guys, I think you get the idea of how we're utilizing her in a stun set. We didn't even consider all the leeches that you guys probably saw as well. She's helping to heal the team. Let's watch one more attack right now. It looks like we're down to 4 champions here. We're going to go boom. Soulbond shot again. Oh, we got the resist. We got the resist. That's a bummer. Let's go ahead and try her out in the arena real quick, guys. All right, guys. So real quick in the arena before I let you go, let's do a quick damage check on this champion here. I have her acting as kind of our nuker on this team. And what we're going to do is we're going to come in with Kymar, put everybody to sleep. You can use like an Archmage helmet or a Soul of the Drakes or a Ninja, somebody who can CC the enemy team. And then we're going to decide, do we want to use the A1 or do we want to kind of pop them off one at a time? In this case, I definitely want to take care of Umbral Enchantress. So I'm going to use the A2 ability. We should be able to one-shot pretty much anybody on this team. 80k damage, nice and easy with that A2. Now I can come in with the A3 and fully deplete target's turn meter if I didn't think I was going to be able to one-shot them. Where that's super valuable is in against UDK, and he's on every single team. We have the strong affinity matchup. I'll show you UDK match right after this one. Now she's provoked. Not that big of a deal with this champion, right? Not that big of a deal. When she's provoked, she's still going to do a lot of damage with that A1, as we just saw right there. Let's go ahead and come in here. Hopefully we can get rid of Skullcrown before she blows through the team. It's okay. We do have a Reviver on this squad in Arbiter, so we're going to be A-okay here. But yeah, really good in the arena. Not for the end game, but for arena progression, right? She's a really good control blend with nuke. That's basically the name of the game with this champion. Look at this. We have a UDK matchup right here. So before we end the video, let's do another check here. And this is beautiful, right? So we come in here. We know everything's going to be rerouted to UDK anyway, but we can go ahead and pop them off. Let's see if we can one-shot them with the A2. Ignore a 75% defense, 72k, one-shot kill. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and target Ninja here. Not a very strong team that we're up against, but the idea here is against any UDK team, go in there like we have here with a buff stripper or two. Madame Sarah's, we have 2, and Kymar. Let's try a damage check on the A3. Let's try Rector Droth, their Reviver now. Boom. 70k, full turn meter depletion. We're popping them off one at a time here, right? Very underrated arena champion because of all that control she has, plus that hard-hitting ignore defense on the A2 with a 4 multiplier, hard-hitting no ignore defense on the A3 with a 6 multiplier. As we already discussed, as we just mentioned, let's go get one more squad here. Hopefully you go first. As we already discussed, I would put her in a Savage set or a Lethal set. We'll get 100% with Helm Smasher. We'll get 100% ignore defense on that A2, right? If we just want damage. But you can even run her in a stun set. Stun set can even be effective in the arena, guys. Very effective. Let's go ahead and try to one-shot UDK again with the A2. Boom, 96k. Nice and easy. Now they have a Reviver on the team. Let's go ahead and try to poke away a little bit at Arbiter. Now, if Warlord goes and puts all our skills on cooldown, again, it's not that big of a deal because we can come right back in with that A1 ability and hopefully we can stun one of their revivers, maybe both, who knows. So let's see. She's up next. Not a big deal. Everything's cool. They have perfect veil. They do have block debuff, so that's not going to work. So this one's not going to be the most effective A1 there at all. But I still think we can win this, guys. What about you? Do you have faith? Do you have faith in yours truly? Let's go in with the A2. Decrease some buff duration. Come back around. 1 turn away from buff removal on Kymar. She's still alive, albeit with a decreased attack. We've gotten a little bit unlucky. We have not gotten any retributions, which is extremely valuable with this champion. She comes in with that A1. Again, a little bit unlucky there. Not 1 stun landed. I guess only 2 viable candidates with the block debuffs up. We did get a resist from UDK on that Kymar A2 ability. Let's go in again. Let's go in again. A1. Let's go one more time. Now we can start cooking here. So let's go A2 again. She does have decreased attack. Let's see if we can one-shot him. We still one-shot him even with decreased attack. She did have increased attack as well. They get double revivers. Very annoying. I think that Warlord is 1 turn away potentially from his A3. Hopefully not. Orcish Rituals. Nope. He goes A2. Protection of God. Still annoying to deal with. But eventually we're going to have Kymar's A3 Seal of Magic available. And we're going to get like a double chance to remove buffs again, right? So here we go with the A1. Here we go with the A1. 4 turns off that cooldown? I didn't realize it was that much. Gee whiz. I guess the reset came at a bad timing there. And he's still 1 turn away. So let's see what we can do here. Come in. They'll lose their next turn. Now at this point, we do not want a Retribution proc. Because we don't want her going AoE here. Waking everybody up. But she has to. That's the bummer. Kind of like Kymar. With a champion with the AoE on the A1, that's the downside, right? You can wake everybody up, and it's not pretty. All right. I think we might lose this one, unfortunately. But it's going to probably go a while. I don't know. It's not quite over, but it's not looking great here. The good news is they'll never kill me either, right? So I think we would win this one, actually, guys, because who's going to nuke me on their team, honestly? Sure, we could lose a champion. We can just revive, like, really quickly. Turn meter boost, come back in. Let's go through one more rotation. See if we can get this just out of spite. I want to see if I can get... All I really need to do is get one setup in before Warlord comes in and puts everything on off cooldown, you know? Or on cooldown. All right. Here we go. Here we go. A1. Come on, land some stuns. We're not getting any stuns, man. That's very, very bad. Sometimes it works till it doesn't work, right, guys? Okay, okay. 1 turn away from Seal of Magic. That's going to be a good situation here. No! Okay, I'm done. I'm done with this. You guys kind of saw what I was talking about with UDK. That was an annoying team to go against, though. Let's do one more UDK team that's not, well, that team, huh? How about this? Let's do that. This team. Here we go. All right. At least they have a nuker and Yakarl, right, on the squad. This will be the last match. I just wanted an excuse to chill with you guys a little bit longer today. So, unfortunately, we have to deal with that stone skin. We do remove it. Let's go A2. Boom. 1-shot kill. There it is. Revive on death. It is what it is. We can reset and do it all over again. That's the good news. Decreased duration. All good right now. All good. We do not want to use the Seal of Magic just yet. Let's go ahead and steal some buffs with Trick and Treat. Let's go ahead and revive. Let's boost that turn meter. Yakarl does take his turn. So annoying. Now we have to burn our Seal of Magic. We have to come back in here. Land our debuffs, revive, boost turn meter yet again, rinse and repeat here, right? Hopefully we can keep her alive this time. Man, I hate that A2 from Rio Bone Spear. It's very strong. Let's just A1. A1. Don't want to wake everybody up here. UDK comes in. Gonna have to wake up Rio, unfortunately, with that A1 again. All right, all right. Now, this is why it's ideal, guys, to run her with another nuker on the team, right? Because having her carry the entire damage burden, well, you can see what's happening, right? So that's why I like almost running her in a Kymar type role, meaning kind of a flex role. All right, let's kill UD. No. Let's come in here, try to stun Godseeker and Eerie. Of course we didn't, but it's okay. Godseeker can be very annoying with the double revival, right, guys? Let's actually kill you, Carl. Okay, okay. Very squishy. Come in here, remove all these pesky buffs. Get a turn meter fill. Take another turn. Come in here and poke away a little bit at Godseeker. She is going to get her revive off, though, unfortunately. Man, where is her revive, guys? Where is it? I'm not complaining, though. All right. Come in, again, A2, and revive, and turn meter boost. And now we're cooking, I think. Turn meter right there. Okay, she's alive. We're good. Finally. So we can finally end this one right now. Let's go. Well, we can't end it, can we? Let's just go A3, Soulbond shot, Deado. That's the revive on death. That's cool. She does have her regular revive up right now, but I think we're finally in position to end this one. All right. It's fun playing around with Soulbond, though, I gotta say. Let's one shot, UDK, another 70k. So we're getting really good damage out of that ability. And then now it's finally going to be over. So there we go, guys. Kind of a long arena highlight there. Again, I stress she's not an end game, but, you know, put her with an AoE nuker like a Genbo in that position, and you're going to have good control and the ability to kind of one-shot the reviver, pick off the UDKs, stuff like that. Any annoying Force Affinity champion like we saw with Rector Drath. So thank you so much for watching. And as always, keep the champion requests coming, and take care, guys.